just yesterday, sad news, not to be a damper on anything, but we realized that we had another um,
Yes,
incident in the
yes,
Federation
yes,
yesterday.
yes.
Very
Yeah.
horrific and sad incident. And of course, the Irish Town Primary School put out a notice indicating the temporary closure of the school. And so
Yes.
we have to. Ah,
So I guess we'll get more details on that.
yeah, we get more details.
Details on
It's
that a little later.
really disheartening,
Um, we got to take the sad with the sweet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like last night, I was watching TV, and the death count for the earthquake has gone to I think it's was it 41,000, 44,000,
Mm-hmm.
and they said they're still hearing voices. They're still hearing voices under the rubble. So
Wow.
I heard Dr. Sanjay, Sanjay
Mhm.
Gupta, who works at CNN.
Yeah.
He was saying, and actually, this was something that occurred to me a few days ago, because when they were saying, they may have to call things off because it's actually day 9 now, right?
Yes.
And he kind of corroborated something I was thinking. He said, because, they pulled a boy out, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, a
Mhm.
young boy. And you remember we had a question which said, we asked how long can a human survive
Yes.
without water?
Yeah.
And it's 8 days and they're still hearing people. So
Mhm.
I was thinking, I'm thinking maybe the cold temperatures have something to do with it. And Sanjay Gupta said the same thing last night. He said, on the one hand, it's winter and of course it's uncomfortable, but it also reduces the body's need for water
Yeah.
because you're not sweating and stuff.
Yeah.
So
less evaporation.
yes, exactly. So, but it's kind of sad,
It is.
And then we seem to be heading on a trend line here, violence-wise, that I don't find comforting. How many murders has it been for the
It's
year
about
so far?
4 now. I think it's about 4.
Yeah, and
And it's where it's happening. In daylight. No, in daylight. I mean, murders happen at any time, but it's more alarming during the day, especially you realize that it's a primary school where students are there, realize children are there, teachers.
yeah,
It's
I just
really.
hope, I just hope the powers that be just don't come with the same old band-aids that they like to do, because yesterday I was thinking, sometimes it seems like sometimes governments do this performative. They do this performative attempts at fixing stuff,
Yeah.
which is it's performative rather than actually profound or actually going to the core of things. Like I remember a few years ago when we were having all these crimes, and then they had the SSU, and then they had the drug squad, and then they came up with the strike force. Where's the strike force now?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yeah.
I hope we don't have the same old performative band-aid stuff that they like to do. Next thing they come up with, let's do this, let's do that, let's just let's slap another squad together. That's not gonna get us anywhere. We have to get to the core of the problem rather than just doing performative fix up band-aid stuff.
Yeah. And another thing in the news, just this morning, there was a statement, and persons could look at it on YouTube, where the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons resigns as deputy political leader and member of the NRP. And so we know that there would have been some confrontation in terms of disagreements between herself and members of the party. And we just last week will have heard about the conditional suspension of the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons from the NRP. And today she has there's a statement released. It's a video about 27 minutes long, 28 minutes roughly, indicating that she has resigned and that as deputy leader and a member of the NRP. So I started listening it because it was this morning that I saw it release. I haven't finished listening it because it's 27 minutes long coming to the station. And but some interesting points were made. Interesting perspectives were given, and I think overall, not going into the crux of the debate or the argument, I think it happened. The disagreements and everything happened at a bad time, with the NRP, in the local elections, the 2022 elections. The NRP gained some momentum when they contested the elections against the governing party, the CCM, and in fact winning 2 out of the 5 seats.
Let me ask you a question. In a word, just say yes or no. Not to get into the meat of it, but was she blaming other people for what happened in the piece?
No, I think she has some very strong positions.
Okay, but she wasn't blaming other people for what happened.
From what I heard, up to about 14 minutes,
okay,
I didn't hear any blame, but very strong opinions and a very strong position.
Okay.
And as to what she thought was best, and her own clarification, her own opinion or view on how the party should have dealt with certain matters.
Okay.
And from the 14 minutes that I heard so far, it seemed like she based a lot of her strength on legal arguments, saying that even though it is assumed that the leader of the party would be the leader of the opposition, the Constitution clearly says the elected member. So she used her stance from a very legal, constitutional standpoint.
Yeah, but which constitution? The party constitution or the country's constitution?
She used the country's constitution, and she would have made mention of an executive meeting that was constituted to discuss matters, and in that she indicated that persons there, perhaps based on what I listened to at the time, voted without being financially sound members. So she's going through what happened and what occurred. I mean, I withhold my opinions right now as it relates to the entire thing, but it's interesting to see that there's never a politically dull moment in St. Kitts and Nevis. There's always something that happens in our political environment, in the political arena, that creates some sort of either friction or some sort by some person may see it as entertainment, but these are the leaders, and of course I know persons will have various views on what has transpired, especially considering that they have the election petitions in the court that are to be heard. And it seems like, I don't know, if a year from now or maybe a couple months from now, what would happen, you understand?
And I don't know if you know that today, we were supposed to have Steve Manners this morning,
Yeah.
He's he just released a book on Alchemy the Willet, but he called me yesterday and told me that he couldn't make it because it turns out that the judge made a ruling that the election petition case today should be held in open court, public court. So he had to go and cover it because he's a journalist. Yeah. So he's gonna go cover that today at 9 o'clock.
That's interesting. I didn't realize it was today.
Yes.
And so I guess the timing of the speech coincided with the petition timings on the same day.
I wonder if that's some kind of strategy. You're a lawyer. You tell me.
Well, I don't think that
y'all slick. So.
I think it probably was political choice. Again, she came with legal arguments from what I heard, but there's often your legal rights, and there's also the political interests as well. So you have to balance both of them, and make a decision. So it has been an interesting morning so far as it relates to the political arena here in St. Kitts and Nevis, specifically in Nevis. And so we we await what would occur or transpire thereafter. Of course, I look forward to listening to the end of the presentation or the statement that she has made to get a full gist of what has happened. And she has been very detailed in her statement, far more detailed than I thought she would have been, given the circumstances. So you are, I guess, after you resign and after you are no longer a member, you basically, what she has done is basically spill the beans. So it is, and then giving her stance and her views on what she did, why she did what she did. So we have a very interesting morning, and I'm sure persons will listen to the statement and garner their own opinions from it. And of course, I have my own opinions, but for now, looking at what is transpiring, I wish to hold out on those. And we have in studio this morning, we have representatives from the Bastille High School, and we know that the Bastille High School is celebrating 55 years this year. And so we congratulate the Bastille High School on such a great achievement, 55 years. And I will now ask my guests to introduce themselves.
But let's. What we're gonna do? We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back.
That's fine.
All right.
Yes, that's fine.
Great. Island tea time. It's 8:27. Let's head for the exits and have a break.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Trish, let's go. The bus is about to leave.
You go. Tell mommy I had detention.
I'm not lying to mommy. Where are you going?
I have a date.
A date? Shh. Don't shush me. Where are you going? I hope it's not to see that old man again.
He's not that old. He just came back from away and he's bringing me a gift.
You know if mommy find out what she's doing.
She won't, cause you're not gonna tell her. I'm gonna bring some money for you too. He always gives me cash to top up my phone and stuff.
No, I don't want it, and I'm not letting you go. Get on the bus or I'm telling the principal.
Secretly receiving gifts or items from older people may be the beginning of sexual grooming, which often leads to sexual exploitation.
Yeah, it was an issue.
Don't allow your friends to encourage you to keep quiet about them secretly meeting with an adult. Break the silence. Talk to a teacher, guidance counselor, your parents, or a trusted adult who can help. This message is brought to you by UNICEF, UK Aid, Crime Stoppers, and this station.
Caribbean numbers, come and play. Just $1 dollar, that is the way. You can pick one number or two or three. I win up to 20,000, you see. 3 ways to play, 3 draws a day, 3 ways to win. Hear what we say. Caribbean numbers is the easiest game to play.
The new Caribbean numbers.
So play today.
At any Caribbean lottery agent island-wide.
So play today.
Portsmouth's Value Mart IGA is helping you spend less and save more. How, you ask? Essential Everyday and Equiline. Spend less on our Essential Everyday products and get the best quality, the best taste, and the best value. Spend less for all your family health and beauty needs with the Equiline brand of over-the-counter products. Portsmouth's Value Mart IGA is helping you spend less. With our Essential Everyday products and Equiline over-the-counter health and beauty care products. Shop smart and spend less at Value Mart, where price matters most.
Want to win some prizes for you and your love? Well, this Valentine's you can in Pick 4 Spin for Love promotion with the Caribbean Lottery. Spend $15 or more on Pick 4 and place your non-winning tickets into the drop box provided for a chance to spin our love wheel all through February. Win sweet Valentine's prizes like dinners for 2, free groceries, and more. Get your Pick 4 tickets today at any Caribbean Lottery retail agents island-wide. Must be ages 21 and over to play.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
.31 at the Boston High School. My favorite school, of course. Celebrating 55 years. And we've got Jennifer, and the gentleman will introduce himself, right?
Yes, both of them will introduce themselves. I'm going to give you the opportunity to do so now, both of you.
Hi, good morning everyone in Radio Land. My name is Jennifer Williams, and I'm a teacher at the Bastia High School, the birthplace of champions.
Amen.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashton Davis, and I'm also a teacher. We're both English teachers at the birthplace of champion, the Bastia High School.
Okay. Well, we wish to welcome both of you here this morning. It is indeed a pleasure to have both of you here in celebration or recognition of your 55 or 55th year. How is everything going up at Bastia High School?
It's wonderful. I mean, we are not really host as we would like to, but
yes,
as a resilient people, we always rise to the occasion.
Awesome. What about you, Ashton? How are you feeling?
I definitely share the sentiment that Mr. Williams just shared, in the fact that while we may not have, the adequate housing, for lack of a better term, currently the teachers on the whole, staff on the whole, everyone, down to even our cleaners, we do what we have to do to make it work, to make sure that we provide the best education and ultimately the best surroundings for, the children to learn and to grow, etc. and so forth.
Yeah, and I must commend the Bastia High School for being able to be competitive in such an environment where you have the structures at different locations. You guys have still proven as a competitor, looking at your performance academically, whether in sports or cheerleading, where you recently won the cheerleading competition. So I must say that the Bastia High School, despite of its challenges, has risen to great heights.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So tell us about the 55 years. Tell us about what we can expect from the Bastia High School. Are there any plans in place?
Well, of course, we have plans. Presently, we are, as we said before, we're celebrating 55 years of sterling education at the birthplace of champions, the Bastia High School. Now, in the month of March, we will be having our annual sports day at the Kim Collins Stadium. On the 30th of March, we are going to be having a moonlight walk. We tried this November last year, and it was a hit. The students were really excited about it. So we're going to do a second one of it on the 30th of March.
What's that you said, the moonlight walk?
Yes. It's a moonlight walk. We walked to Frigate Bay.
Seems like both of us have so yes, we could understand. I don't know if it's the cold temperatures that we're experiencing here in St. Kitts and Nevis, but yes, it's messing up a lot. So you're talking about the moonlight walk, and you said that it's something that has been very, the students really like it.
They enjoyed it, they were enthused, and currently we have roughly around, let's say, 700, if I had to round up, with regards to the amount of students.
Who actually attended?
Who attends the school.
Who attends the school.
Correct. And I think we had more than 300 students on that walk.
That's good.
It was very well attended, they enjoyed it, and as Mr. Williams said, we landed at the Frigate Bay area. That's where we stayed. We had just a moment of eats and fun, and just fellowship and talking and just giving them something to look forward to at the end of the term, something that, after a hectic term, after dealing with everything, etc. and so on, just something to kind of unwind and relax. And because it was such a hit, we decided that we are going to go at it again at the end of the term, the 30th of March. So we're really looking forward to that. We're really looking forward for the participation of the students. And honestly, if the parents want to come on out and support, because we did have parents on the walk, that would be great, because it's not only a fun thing for us, but it helps to acquire, some funding so that the school can continue to strive and do what we need to do to make the, as we would say, quote unquote, the ends meet, to do what we have to do to ensure that we could provide the best education overall for the students.
So you say it's open to parents as well. So parents, if you're out there, you're listening to us this morning, you're listening to the representatives from the Bastille High School, give that initiative some support. Encourage your students, encourage your children to participate. It seems like a wonderful event. And where was it the last time?
We started at the school and we walked to Frigate Bay.
Right. Are you guys going the same route this year? Or you guys this time, or you guys have changed it or thinking about changing it?
I think we would end up at Frigate Bay. It has not been finalized in terms of the route, but we have to consider weather amongst other, things that could happen. And so we would have taken a direct route from the school and, a few shortcuts here and there, but mostly the main road. The other idea that we had in mind, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Williams, would have been over the Bird Rock Hill, and then we come down into the Frigate Bay area. So that might be the possibility. That might be what would happen this time. But we just need to finalize and ensure that on that day that, weather permits, etc. and so forth. Okay,
sounds good. It sounds like a nice, entertaining, relaxing mood for, to, as you said, to conclude a term that you will have worked hard. And you just want to now have some sort of relaxation and some enjoyment with your fellow classmates, teachers, and parents.
It's 8:38 on Island T as the Bastille High School celebrates 55 years. I have a question for you guys. The school is 55 years old. I want you to answer this question. For the new Bastille High School, I want you to tell me two things that the faculty, what you think the faculty needs to be added to a brand new school, and maybe two things that maybe the students may have mentioned that they might be interested in. Hey, let's just have some fun. Come on, it's the 55th anniversary.
Leave it to Jamso for something like that,
You don't put us on the spot.
Not really. I mean, come on. I mean, you work there, right? You clearly love it. You're here. So.
And she's here smiling.
She loves teaching. That's what I mean.
She's smiling as well.
Fun fact, correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Williams has been teaching at the Bastille High School for over 30 years. So I will relinquish to Ms. Williams to answer that question, sir.
Putting me on the spot now, aren't you? Well, I think in light of what is going on with our climate and so forth, I think one of the major things that the students would be really excited about, rooms with air condition.
Fair enough.
And I think we just want to be housed in a place that values education, respect teachers and the students, so that we are comfortable and we are safe, we have resources, so that we can foster the total development of the student. Mm-hmm. We could encourage technology, innovation, because some of us are not tech savvy, but if we're exposed, we will learn, because as a people, as teachers of the Bastille High School, we always rise to the occasion. We never back down, and we always push forward. Yes. So that's all we need. We just need a place where we can call our own, and so that we can be comfortable to teach, foster the whole total development, of our nation's children, our nation's pride and joy.
But at least one thing that you guys, as a faculty, at least one thing that you guys might like to see for yourselves, like maybe A cafeteria, maybe. Not leading.
Well,
I'm not
not
leading you.
A teacher's lounge.
A teacher's lounge.
Yes,
Okay.
there's a teacher's lounge with our
Okay.
coffee area or tea area. We have a little spot at the school right now where we have our electric kettles, or when we want a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, we can have that. But we want a teacher's lounge so that when we are free, not that we are really free, but we're not a schedule, we're not timetable, we can go there.
Yeah, and
relax,
that's understandable
unwind,
because
absolutely, that's perfectly reasonable.
A comfortable environment that when
Yes.
you're off for classes, you can at least sit there, you relax, as you say, unwind.
Go online, prepare for the next class.
Okay.
Look
Another
for YouTube videos.
Another question for you, Jennifer. Another question for you, Jennifer. It's 55th anniversary. You remember those days? We used to have Miss BHS and so. Any chance that might come back this year, or anything along those lines?
But maybe not.
I miss those days.
Yes, I do too. And it's
I never knew Jeffson was interested in these shows.
Where's my school? Come
Yes.
on.
Yes, we used to have some lovely
We used to have some
shows.
fun. Come
Yes,
on.
that's true. Well, we would really consider that because we have some beautiful, talented girls and boys at our school. So we'd really like to expose them to something like that. So stay tuned.
Yes, stay
You,
tuned.
listen, AZ, you don't understand how I love that school. You don't understand.
Yes.
BHS,
Yes, we love
I'm
it,
telling
Dad.
you.
Yes.
You don't understand.
And you know, that's Jamster's alma mater, so you know the appreciation and love is all in his voice.
Yeah, man.
And of course, you know, I remember being in high school, and during that time we had the various pageants too. We had the Miss Washington Archibald High School pageant, and so
Yeah, not the same, but anyway.
it's not this. You know what I think what we're talking about is the schools hosting pageants before they go into talented teen.
Correct.
And so you have an idea to know who
Yeah.
the competitors are.
Good point.
Realize now in December you're seeing the girls for the first time, a lot of persons, and it's the first time that many of them might be used to the stage, even though they have the potential and the talent, because they didn't have a first show to really show that potential and get used to it. Then on the national stage is when some of them first time participate.
Jennifer, what's different now? I mean, okay, my daughter, she's 13 now, but I remember like 2 years ago, she was going to school across the street with this huge bag of books. Is it that now the workload is so much that girls don't have time to spare for, say, a pageant? Because you remember people used to seem to juggle those things, fairly comfortably. So is it that? Is it the workload? The school workload is too high?
I don't think so
That you-
because they're doing fewer subjects now. We
Okay.
used to do, I think it's 12, 13 subjects, and we participated. We participated in various
Yeah, that's true.
extracurricular activities, and we were successful at our CXCs. So I don't think that's it. I don't know. Maybe the interest could be one factor. Maybe the fact that we were placed all over the globe, for want of a better term.
University.
Right? But we're gonna get back. We are getting back there. We are on our way right now to being the number one high school. Well, we still are the number one high school in the federation. But we're getting back there where we are going to be more visual.
Yes.
The community is going to now see more of or hear more of the Bastia High School. We're going to be engaged in a number of activities. We're going to need the support, engage community, the communities and so forth. So we'll get back there. We're going to have our shows.
Okay.
How is the Bastia High School? I know you guys recently won the cheerleading competition. How has the school been since that? How has the students been feeling as a result of the victory?
Well, to respond to that, the school still has this spirit of, we won. There's almost a sense, well, not almost, there is a sense of pride, there's a sense of joy, and to just combine with what Miss Williams was just saying, that's what we are working on as, from management, from staff, holistically, even inclusive of our, janitorial department, etc. and so forth. We are trying to see how best we can motivate not just students, but teachers, but everyone on staff, what we can do. So Ms. Williams rightfully said that, we are discussing things, but the thing about it is it's our 55th anniversary. And so we are trying to ensure that the school gets back to and even further beyond the standard that was, previously cemented. As we said, we are the birthplace of champions. We're the number one school. And I hope those of you listening from my alma mater, the Sandy Point High School, I love you, but this is my school. This is where I teach, you understand? And it's just right now about garnering the assistance of everyone on staff, the students, parents, people from the community to support, because the only way we can rebuild and get to that point is if we have the support of everyone. Mm-hmm. That is why Ms. Williams would have mentioned the activities. And let me just put this out there. The school is having a takeaway dinner on the 4th of March right there at the Bastille High School. And we are seeking as much support as possible. Because the truth is, the fact is at the end of the day, the only way that we can help to achieve the environment that we want to provide for the students, in a holistic approach, is by getting the support that we need. And a lot of the times we say, money again. But that's what makes the world go around. That's what makes everything flow. That is the only way that we can begin to put certain things in place, begin to provide certain things, begin to have the support for certain things at the end of the day. If we are able to, raise the funds that we need to do that. That's the only way we were able to compete in cheerleading, because we were able to, seek support as well as use whatever little we would have had to support the cheerleaders, to support, the Giant Malt relay team. I was one of the persons who worked alongside the manager, Mr. Lewis, for the students, who participated in that. And it was a challenge for a number of reasons, being able to deal with tracksuits, tracks, etc. Because at the end of the day, not every parent can afford to buy a $250 pair of tracks. But when we are able to raise these funds, when we're able to participate in these activities and we get the support that we need, we now can help to, just curb some of that cost, even be able to cover them. So right now, as a school, we are trying to work together. We are working on all these activities in a celebratory fashion, yes, but we are seeking support. So that takeaway dinner on the 4th of March, that will go a long way. As Miss Williams said, our 55th Sports Day on the 12th of March, that too will go a long way. The 12th of March. So we were expecting to have a big crowd. I mean, if there are roughly 700 students in this school, even if we get one parent per child, that's 700 persons. If that's 10, you do the math and you see how it goes and how we can go a long way in supporting not us, but the students of the school, being able to provide. We may not be able to give them the AC units right now at the point. We may not be able to get the lounge, but just having funds enough to provide certain necessities to be able to, meet the need of at least, the labs, the art area, the music area, etc. Those persons who participate in sports, etc., and being able to support them, that helps. That moonlight walk as well is what contributed to us being able to, participate the way we did in both the cheerleading competition and the Giant Malt competition. So that moonlight walk, as aforementioned by Ms. Williams, on the 30th of March, that too is another fundraiser that we are seeking. Just come on out, support. It's a nice walk. You don't even have to walk with your child, because the truth is, even on walkathon, they're going to tell Ms. Williams, they're going to tell Mr. Davis, we're going to walk with you, and then you start the walk, you never see them again until you arrive at the school. But, you come out, you support, and I think, they would really enjoy it. They would really like it. Ms. Williams?
And I do support what Mr. Davis just said, and I would just like to plug and encourage parents, past principals, deputy principals, students who are here like Jams to come on out with us.
I knew that was coming. She was looking at me. I knew it.
March for our moonlight walk. And of course, our 55th Sports Day on the 12th of March.
You talked about the bake sale on the 4th of March. Could you give us a
bake
location?
Sale?
Not the bake sale. Takeaway dinner. Yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking bake sale. Takeaway dinner. You spoke about the takeaway dinner on the 4th of March. Location and time for those listening.
We are looking at currently, we are at the school. So the school is the set venue. And currently we are looking at, correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Williams?
7
7 p.m.
Be there at 6:45 because tasty meals we can cook.
Yes.
I'm telling you, finger licking.
What's the price looking like? Even if you have
Very, very reasonable. We have chicken at $25, easy peasy. We have pork and fish at a mere $30. I could recall buying a fish lunch the other day for $65.
What?
Right? So if you can come and you get a fish lunch for $30, it's a steal.
Did you go to Marshall's for a fish? $5? Really?
I mean, I'm telling you, it was really good, but
Yes, she did enjoy it.
I was really shocked only because of pride. I didn't walk on the establishment. But it was worth it, though. It was worth it. And our dinner is going to be worth it. You know, so come on out, purchase 2 tickets. Even if you don't eat some of the food, you can give a friend, give a neighbor, give somebody a ticket.
And support.
Match
And
food.
support.
What day? What day is
That's
that?
a Saturday.
It's
Jack.
a Saturday.
Oh, perfect.
That's a
Okay,
Jack.
perfect.
That's a Saturday.
Okay, sports day now, the 12th, right? That's what.
Sunday,
that's a,
I think that's
It's a
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. Man, things really change.
So
huh?
what we do is that currently the sports department, the sports committee, alongside the house masters, we meet at least once a week so we can plan. So what we do is that we plan our activities for a whole week. So for example, this week we have the 400 meters and the long jump, and we do that block by block. And so how it's set up is that the Friday before sports day, for you to, garner the excitement and the drive for the students to participate on the Sunday and come on out and support the houses and the friends and athletes, and even for parents, is that on that Friday, the 10th, we have the chant competition at the school, as well as the tug of war. Now, those are 2 things that bring the hype. Students are really excited because the chant competition, you want your house to win, as well as the tug of war. I mean, that was one of my things in high school. The tug of war was, everybody's out, you're supporting, pull. And so it's designed in such a way that just before sports day, we push them enough, we give them enough excitement so that they relax and rest on Saturday, and they come out on Sunday and perform and give their best. And so we're really just seeking the support of the community, of the parents, of anybody that because ultimately, as I said, you supporting the school supports every child. Even if you don't have a child here, you can support a child, okay? And one of the things I remember our principal, Mr. Backer, saying in staff meeting is that we want to look into giving back to the community. Finding persons, whether elderly or persons who may have a specific need, or persons who may not be working, and see how best we can help to alleviate, some of the issues, even if it's a one-time thing, even if it's a recurring thing. But finding ways, ultimately, it's just getting that support that the school needs, and not looking at it from a, money again standpoint, but, this is going to benefit my child, especially those children who went first, second, third, and fourth. Because you count the years, fourth has 1, third has 2, second has 3, first has 4 more years in the school. So ultimately, they're the ones who are going to benefit going forward from all of this. So again, our takeaway dinner on the 4th of March at the Bastia High School at 7 p.m. Our 55th Sports Day on the 12th of March at 2 p.m. at the Kim Collins Stadium. And our Moonlight Walk, which we're really looking forward to, is the 30th of March at 6 p.m. at the school.
Okay, that's sounding really good.
Okay, sounds good.
Encouraging persons to participate, to come out and support the Bastia High School
And celebrate their 55th anniversary.
That's a lot of years.
I wanted to just let them know that Bruce Skerritt passed away a few months ago, just about a year ago, and his very last album with the Lime Eagle Project, he actually named the track after the school's motto. So I'll let you hear a little bit of it before you guys leave. So here's our Principia non homines, which means principles, not men.
Yes, principles, not men.
Rest in peace, Bruce. 5 minutes until 9 o'clock. Bruce Skerritt and the Lime Eagle Project, the late Bruce Skerritt, of course, Bastia High School alumnus. If you're gonna go through all the trouble to name a track after the motto, you know that Bastia High School must have had an impact on his life,
Yes.
right?
So true.
Yeah.
We've saved the best for last, however.
Okay.
Now, the school is having our 55th anniversary gala. Now, pay attention to the details, everyone. The gala will be held, or the venue for the gala is the Marriott Ballroom. This will be on the 1st of July, Saturday, 1st July. So the school is having a gala, and we're expecting everyone and anyone from everywhere to come on out and support. The Marriott Ballroom, Saturday, 1st July. The early bird special is $200. Now, this early bird runs until April 6th. General admission, anytime after April 6th, would be $250. We begin at 7 p.m. and we expect for all to be seated by 6:45. As we said, it's the birthplace of champions. There's nothing but excellence that strives there. So you can expect nothing but excellence, elegance at the end of the night. You know, having a grand time, being able to sit and enjoy a delicious meal, you know, with excellent music and enjoying one another's company and meeting old friends and seeing persons you may not have seen since you were in school with them. So we're asking again that you come out and you support the Bastia High School on Saturday, 1st July. We will be at the Marriott Ballroom. You can get your early bird ticket for just $200. But that has to be by April 6th. All tickets are sold at the Bastia High School. So you can just come on in. You head to the office and you tell them, hey, I'm here to purchase my ticket. Scratch that. I'm here to purchase 2 tickets. I'm getting one for me and one for my wife. I'm getting one for me and one for my friend. Miss Williams already agreed that she's going to buy Mr. Davis's ticket. And since I put her out there now, she cannot decline. So I'll let her buy the early bird special before April 6th at $200, and the general admission anytime after April 6th is $250. We start at 7. You be seated, or you will be seated by 6:45 p.m.
But you know that if you guys gonna have a red carpet, you know the red carpet got to be blue, right? You can't.
Of course.
Red.
No,
It's
you
got to
know
be
that.
blue.
It cannot be red.
Yeah.
Cannot
no,
be red.
that's
That would not be right.
No.
It has to be blue.
And of
Stay
course,
true to the yellow and blue always.
Of course,
Yellow and
of
blue
course.
always.
And we'll have entertainment by TNO Sounds and Rhapsody Band. So right there you have it. And we expect, come on out and just support. You support, you come and you have a good time, you have an excellent time, you just support us. And at the end of the day, as we say, you're supporting the students, you're supporting their future. As our mission statement says, our mission is to foster the total development of students and prepare them for higher education and the world of work. To this end, we are committed to working closely with parents and the wider community to create a nurturing environment where students are motivated to pursue excellence and develop their intellectual, social, moral, and creative potential. But we can only do that if we support each other, if we support the school, and ultimately support our students. For as we say, Principia non homines, principles, not men.
Great.
You had it there from the representative, the teachers of the Bastia High School. We want to thank you for taking the opportunity to come here this morning and sharing so many good news, so many opportunities, and so many activities that the school is doing.
Yes, and we thank you for having us this morning. We do
Anytime.
appreciate it.
And just before we leave, I'd just like to reiterate what Mr. Davis was saying with respect to the gala. It is our first gala. As he said, I've been at this school for a mere 30-odd years. Right? So if you cut me, I'm going to bleed blue. I'm like an avatar.
Same
I'm
over
going to
here.
bleed blue. Yes. Right? So I'm just encouraging all persons locally, regionally, and internationally to purchase your tickets. Those of you who are coming for music festival, if you're going to have one this year, make sure that when you're here, when you're making your plans, you factor in the 1st of July. Yes. Make sure you have your 3-piece suits. If you're a male, make sure you have your beautiful gown if you're a female. Because you're going to be wowed on the 1st of July at the Marriott Ballroom. We're going to have like special prizes. We're going to be awarding principals, deputy principals, teachers who have been at the school for ages, like Mr. Hicks, Mrs. Lazar. We're gonna have our long-standing secretary, Mr. Costa. Ask Mr. Costa anything about BHS. She can tell you. She could tell you where our file is. Even if it has been like 10, 15 years, and she pinpoints exactly where it is. So just come on out. We need your support. Get your tickets early. We're asking the businesses to come on board. We'll be sending out letters, so we're encouraging you to be favorable in your response. Remember, the children are our future, and so we need to support them right now. The birthplace of champions, the only place to be in St. Kitts on the 1st of July is at the Marriott Ballroom in your gold, your yellow, or your blue. Okay, royal blue, lovely color. Bleed blue, stay true to the yellow and blue. The birthplace of champions, Bastia High School. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Guys.
Yes, of course, lovely colors. So I want to thank all of you for listening this morning to what the representatives of the Bastia High School had to say. Of course, we are going to conclude this part of the program, and we are going to take a short commercial. Well, we are going to have advertisements.
Yes, and it's a single awareness day. The day,
Single
the
awareness
day after,
day.
yes, you guys just learned something today. Yeah, I'm not making this up.
It's actually Single Awareness Day.
Yes, it's Single Awareness Day, so it's the day after Valentine's Day. We call it the afterglow.
So today is my day.
And nothing is wrong with being single. It's a lovely feeling at times.
So we have some good giveaways coming up on the other side of.
Yes. Because we want to acknowledge all the single single ladies, the single men
and
as well.
Single men, yeah.
Yes. I was playing Beyonce's song, Single Ladies. That Beyonce song, you know it, right?
Yeah.
You know it, Jamster?
I can't play it.
I know you can't play, but
Because
do you
of-
know it? I
because-
know
of
you
course-
don't. I know
of
you
course
don't
I
know.
know this song. I'm
Okay,
a
I'm making
DJ,
sure that
come
you
on.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm making sure you like to.
It's because
hit me
of
with those jokes.
It's
so-
it's because of lawyers why we can't play the song. People like you.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9 Win FM.
So who you left the kids with tonight? Nobody. They're big enough to take care of themselves. Girl, you mad? Junior only 7 years old. And suppose something happened to the baby while you're out here?
My mother was leaving me home by myself since I'm 5. He can handle it. Nothing gonna happen.
This don't feel right. Call and check on them.
Look, I work hard all week. I deserve this break. Besides, they're good. Hello?
Leaving underage children at home by themselves is child neglect. Need support? See if another family member or a trusted neighbor can help. This message brought to you by UNICEF, UK Aid, Crime Stoppers, and this station.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Horseroads Building and Nevis Centers are making lawn and garden easy. Come to Horseroads Building and Nevis Center now and get 25% off store-wide on our entire lawn and garden department. Yes! For the months of February and March, Hossford's Building Center and Nevis Center is making improving your lawn and garden easy. With 25% off all garden supplies, garden equipment, garden accessories, including weed eaters, lawnmowers, and much more. Get 25% off all lawn and garden items. Happening now at Horsford's Building Center in St. Kitts and Nevis. Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers, making home improvement easy.
Buildings damaged by an earthquake are dangerous. This is not the time for sightseeing. You could be in personal danger and your presence could hamper emergency responses. Also, stay away from areas prone to landslides, low-lying coastal areas, lakes and streams that lead to the ocean. Do not head for the coast until local authorities tell you that the danger of a tsunami has passed. Curiosity can kill.
This message is sponsored by the Australian Government, AusAid, and produced by NEMA in collaboration with WINNFM.
The radio station so hot, it's cool.
You're listening to 98.9.
98.9 Win FM.
6 minutes after 9 o'clock. As LNT continues. And it's Love Week here on Win FM, and we want to take some time out to pay tribute to our sponsors, all those folks who came on board for giveaways and such. And they include Corks and Screws, Marshall's, St. Kitts Marriott Resort, The Perfume Shop, Makana Ferry Services, Zoo and Friends, Lo Savoir, Soul to Soul Natural Nail Cafe, Dreamy Decor, Angelique's Exquisite Cakes and Cupcakes, De Jour, Espo Water, TDC, and our flagship sponsor, Ram Supermarket. You can see it right there on, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see the Rams logo right up there, right? But it's Single Awareness Day, and we got a giveaway for kind of like a consolation prize for all the single folks out there. You may or may not be single, but you have a chance to win yourself a bottle of wine. And I'm going to have Shari come join me and help me give away this bottle of wine for Single Awareness Day. I'm going to give you a little information on Single Awareness Day. We're not making this up. This is an actual thing. It's a Single Awareness Day. Never mind that it actually spells sad, but it's not a story. Single Awareness Day. Let me see if I can find some information here for you guys. So the day after Valentine's Day is Single Awareness Day. So here's how it works. Shari. Single Awareness Day. I'm going to give them a little 101 on Single Awareness Day. Okay, so the perfect celebration for single people who really detest Valentine's Day in all of its commercial splendor is Singles Awareness Day, which falls on February 15. True love ultimately arrives when you by yourself, as pop star Lizzo put it. Love yourself to celebrate Singles Awareness Day. Singles Awareness Day was born out of loneliness, as are all great initiatives. Around 2001, Dustin Barnes made the decision to organize a day when his friends could celebrate being single rather than wallow in misery. And this gang of high school lads not only decided to protest Valentine's Day on February 15, but they also found that they could get chocolates and other products with a romantic theme for a steep discount. After graduating from high school, Dustin continued the custom at Mississippi State University, where it flourished. In 2005, Singles Awareness Day received legal copyright protection, and it has since expanded. It's hardly surprising that this day became so well known, given that, according to census data, about 50% of Americans are single. Wow, that's high, right, Sharon? Mm-hmm. And college students started the day off by giving gifts, having parties, and going on buddy dates with your single pals. Now, people of all ages commemorate the day to remember that relationships are not necessary to celebrate love. You are capable of loving your family, friends, and yourself. Yeah, that's what you tell yourself. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, so Singles Awareness Day, and it so happens we have a consolation prize, a consolation giveaway for Singles Awareness Day.
I would say an appreciation. Okay, an appreciation giveaway. That's what I would say.
An appreciation giveaway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we appreciate the single people too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do. Are you single?
Yes.
I know the question. I'm just asking for
Everybody else.
For everybody else.
Yes.
You're single.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let me say it even with more glee in my voice. Yes. Sorry.
Wow.
See, you think single.
Say it in a seductive way.
Yes.
Oh my God. Behave.
I'm sorry. You asked me to do it.
I know.
Now.
Okay, so we have a giveaway for Singles Awareness Day. It's 1 bottle of wine. So we're gonna have a question. We're gonna have Sharon read the question, and you guys can win yourselves a bottle of wine. Yes, a free bottle of wine, which you can drink by your little old self.
Yes, because you can do that as well. Some people are like, really? You're gonna
can
have
do that.
No, mind you have a couple of glasses. If the mood really strikes you, then have the whole bottle. But do that when you don't have to work the next day.
Okay, don't turn into a wino now.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, 1 bottle of wine doesn't make you a wino. It has to be like maybe about 1,000 bottles, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a really short period, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the numbers to call 466-0989 or 662-0989. Now, you are going to tell me who sang this song. I'm going to read the lyrics. This is really easy, but yeah. Okay, so I'm not even going to sing it or attempt to sing it. I'm just going to read it because I think if I start off, everybody will be like, oh, I know. Not like you won't get it if I read it, but I digress. Okay, so here we go. These are the lyrics to the song. Up in the club, just broke up. I'm almost reading it like she's singing it. Anyway, I'm doing my own little thing. Acting up. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm mixing up my lyrics now. Okay, let me start over. Up in the club, just broke up. I'm doing my own little thing. Decided to dip, but now you want to trip because another brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on you. He up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Cried my tears for 3 good years. You can't be mad at me. I think everybody else knows.
Well, we got a caller.
See, like I said, it's easy.
Yeah, okay. Caller, let's give it a shot. Singles Awareness Day. Valentine's Afterglow Day.
Mm-hmm. Hey, good morning. You on the air?
If you're not single.
They're on the air?
Hey,
Anybody
go
come?
ahead. Hello.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we can
Not
always
getting
try
that
that
one.
again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think I need to read it again, honestly, because I think everybody knows what that particular song is. Sung by a very popular artist. I don't think I need to read it again.
Yeah. Okay. So we're looking for the name of the song and the artist for. You can win yourself a free bottle of wine, because it's Singles Awareness Day and as Sharon puts it, Appreciation Day.
Yes,
okay.
but I don't like the fact that the acronym actually is SAD.
SAD. Yeah.
I don't like that. When you mention it, I'm like, you know what? I didn't think about that before.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Just because you're single don't mean you're sad.
Wait a minute, you're on here. Hello. Okay, I don't know, but we're not getting anyone. Okay, we're gonna keep trying. Coming up at 9:30, we've got A Different Kind of Love with the St. Kitts Davis Tennis Association. So in the meantime, we're gonna try and give away.
And also for tomorrow as well, we're gonna be talking with Mr. Stevenson Manners. And he's a journalist and author of The Father, Son, and Offspring, an enchanting story of Nevis cricket. So he'll be on tomorrow as well. If you're interested, well, you're not only a fan of cricket, but you want to hear about his book and, maybe purchase a copy, and he'll tell you about it, give you a little insight onto that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think it's going to be available on Amazon as well.
See, so
yeah,
you don't have to actually be in St. Kitts to actually get a copy.
Get the book, right?
Right, so you could get it on Amazon as well. But he'll give you the details for that if you're so inclined to go and support him. So that's a look at tomorrow as well. But we are trying to do a giveaway at the moment because everybody should get a bottle of wine. Not just because you're in a relationship, but if you're single as well, you had a hard day at work and you come home and you're like, you know what? I just need to just settle and breathe a little bit. So let me have a glass of wine. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. So
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
whether you're single or not.
Let's give it a try again. Call or go right ahead. It's Singles Awareness Day. You want to win yourself a bottle of wine? Name the song and the artist. Hello. Okay.
I guess you took too long to answer.
Okay, so at least
Yeah.
we know it's working now.
Mhm.
Okay, so give us a call 4660989
Do I even do it again? Do
it again.
Do it again? Okay. Okay. Up in the club, just broke up. I'm doing my own little thing. Decided to dip, but now you want a trip because another brother. Oh, sorry, I almost broke into song. I'm up on him. He up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Cried my tears for 3 good years. You can't be mad at me. Phone lines 4660989 or 6620989.
Yes.
If you think you know, and if you don't know, wow, where have you been?
I mean, that song was everywhere.
Where have you been?
That song was everywhere. so,
Everybody was singing along, doing
yeah.
the hand movement.
And that nice video. A sexy video. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, anyway.
I was gonna say for you because
It's all girls. So.
yeah. Do we have any calls?
No
yet?
calls yet.
No calls yet. Okay, cool. Well, short of actually putting her on to sing it, which probably we still can't do because we're streaming, and Facebook is gonna be like, "Yo, you can't play that song while you're streaming." No.
I already told AZ that the reason we can't play music is because of people in his profession.
Lawyers.
Lawyers.
You are a lot. But yeah, so what else can we talk about in the meantime until we get that caller?
Well, I should let the listeners know I'll be sitting in for Devon on Voices today, and I'm gonna try and play that 27-minute resignation address speech that Cleone Stapleton Simmons gave, and the listeners, Devon is actually he's gonna be on duty at the election petition case in Charlestown.
Mm-hmm.
The judge ruled lately that the case has to be held in open court, public. So Devon had to go and cover that case. It was supposed to start 9 o'clock this morning, so hopefully they would have started already. And at some point, he should be giving us a report during Voices. So be sure to join us at 11 o'clock for Voices. Should be interesting. And according to AZ, he said there's never a dull moment politically in St. Kitts Nevis.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
I wish the dull moments would be. Well, I wish the excitement could be a little less salacious and more positive most of the time. Rather than
think about it. We kind of like
the
confusion.
depressing stuff.
We kind of like confusion. What can I say? That's kind of how we are. If confusion is happening, we tend to be drawn toward it. That's just kind of how we are.
Like flies.
Flies to what?
And ain't nothing attractive about flies. So
Nope.
do with that what you will.
Ooh. Oh, I just caught that. I just caught it. Lord have mercy. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So we're giving away a bottle of wine. I don't want to ruin it for everyone. Next thing you have the person drink off the whole bottle of wine before midday.
No, I don't think they will. No.
So yeah, we got a bottle of wine to give away. You got to name the song and the lyrics and the artist. Well, listen to the lyrics.
Artist.
Yeah, and
name
the
the
lyrics.
artist and the name of the song.
And the name of the song. 662-0989, 466-0989, and 762-0989. I guess everyone's hungover from last night.
Which,
Yeah,
if that's the case, then I hope it was a good one, a really, really good one.
So what did you do last night?
What did I watch? I watched something.
Oh, you watched? I thought you were going to tell me you went somewhere.
No, I did not go anywhere.
Went to have a shawarma somewhere or something.
No, I watched something.
Marshalls? No Marshalls?
No, why would I? No.
No? Hyatt? Nothing? No?
First of all, I don't have to have a reason to go out. But if you think I'm going to go out on Valentine's just because you say I went out on Valentine's, nah, that's not going to happen either.
Not even a Burger King,
No.
Go sit down in Burger King. It's a thought that counts.
No.
Burger King, I mean.
No, still no.
I used to ask girls out for, you want to go have a coffee? You want to go we can go to McDonald's. So there's a sushi place around the corner. No, seriously. Seriously.
I didn't doubt you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, jeez. I just said,
There was a sushi place around the corner from where I did my internship, and
Okay.
there was this girl used to come to where I did my internship, and she took
You
me
notice whenever this is what I noticed with Jamster. Whenever he's talking about a female, his voice tends to drop a little bit.
Anyways,
It's like-
anyways. I'm just remembering the really good beef teriyaki. That's what I'm remembering.
That's what you're remembering, so that's why your voice dropped?
The beef teriyaki.
That's why your voice dropped. Okay, cool.
Okay, that's
No
all.
problem.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. I'll leave it right there. I will leave it right there. Anyways, our phone lines are still open if you would like to give us a call. And you can win yourself a bottle of wine, of course, with a compliment of corks and screws.
And we do have someone calling. Let's
good.
Let's give it a shot. Caller, it's single. Okay,
you
I
late.
guess
You late.
not.
Mhm.
No, I think there's something wrong with that line because that's the one that always gives trouble. Yeah, so we're trying to give away a bottle of wine. It's Singles Awareness Day, and as Sharon puts it, it's the afterglow after Valentine's. And we also want to show our appreciation to everyone who supported us for Love Week here on Win FM. So.
Yes, and not just during Love Week, of course, because we know that you guys are regular listeners anyway. So it's just a little giving back to you guys for your continued listenership. And we know that some of you are quietly listening, and you will continue to quietly listen and not necessarily put yourself out there. Because some people that I've actually spoken to say, sometimes I really do want to call in, and so they see me or see somebody else, and I'm like, you know what? And then they tell you what they should have said in a phone call on the air to the person who they wanted to direct that to.
Caller, you're on air.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, caller. Okay, we just had, well, I don't know what's going on.
Well, we'll just leave it open.
We can leave it open.
Yeah,
now, but
we'll leave it open.
We have a different kind of love coming up at 9:30. It's the St. Kitts Tennis Association. Watkins Shiverton is going to be coming
In
on
studio.
at 9:30.
And talking about the kids that are...
No, a different kind of love. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. No.
You like a lot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
A different type of love. Okay, cool. Explaining the game and what their organization does, and who knows, maybe you have a child that might be interested. You're looking
Actually,
for
my son goes to the
Oh,
tennis.
see?
Yeah,
You
Mondays
might-
and Fridays.
You might have a child. You're looking for another extracurricular activity to have your child
Yes.
occupied, and so tennis, because he could be the next. I was gonna
Francis
say
Tiafo.
or
That's what I call my son, Francis. Call him
Really?
yes.
Really?
He actually he likes. You know what was weird? 2 nights ago. Monday night, he actually put on the tennis channel. I started watching tennis.
See, he wants to improve his game.
So I said, how did you know we have the tennis channel? Oh, he said he was flipping through the channels and he saw it.
See?
So I said, okay.
Getting his game together.
I know. Let's try this call again. Caller, you're on the air. You want to name the lyric? Or not?
Jeez.
Okay, so don't forget Different Kind of Love with Watkins Shiverton from the St. Kitts Tennis Association. It's coming up at 9:30. I don't know what's going on with the phones. I do think that maybe there's something going on with the phones, but we shall see what happens. Okay, let's try this call. Okay, we just had a call.
And it dropped out?
Yeah, and it dropped out. So let's see what happens. Okay, so what else is going on in your world, Sharon?
Nothing much at the moment. I was kind of flipping through social media to see if there was anything interesting that popped out at me. Of course, I think in the news we've all heard about the UFOs, and I only say that because unidentified flying object that was shot down over Canada and the US. But people are saying it's aliens, and I'm like, is it aliens? But
it's a little ridiculous. So they go to aliens.
The upper brass is being very tight-lipped.
I mean,
they're
it's
not like outright saying it's a Chinese balloon. They're
but
like,
it's
no.
I mean, we don't go like when electricity goes in the sands. We don't go, oh, it's aliens. I mean, what?
Honestly, would aliens come here? Would they even want to
waste time with us? Right?
See,
Yeah.
you said it.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Waste time with human beings, really and truly. I don't think they would want to waste time with us, honestly. Not like I believe in aliens, but if there were aliens, I don't think they would waste
You
time.
know, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he has a, the astrophysicist. He has a really cool way of breaking down things and making things make sense. And making your reason kick in, because, sometimes you're teetering on the edge of like believing some of this nonsense. And then last night he was on with Erin Burnett, and he said, but why would aliens come all the way here and then send down balloons? He said, but that's really low tech. Which, yeah, I kind of get. But who said it was balloons? He's not necessarily in the loop. I mean,
and
apparently,
they did say that what they shot down
was benign.
Was octagonal in shape.
Octagonal, yeah. But you have octagonal balloons.
Do they?
Yes, but there is something, Sharon. I kind of have a sixth sense about certain things. You remember when the Queen died, and I texted you and I told you, I bet you the Queen is dead. It's just the way certain statements were worded. Seemed odd to me. I was like, why would they be worded? Most people wouldn't get some of the nuances, the unsaid nuances. Let me put it that way. I remember I told my wife, I said, I bet you the Queen is dead. And this was like 6 hours before they announced it. Just to where I said, the Queen is dead.
And the only reason why I kind of disagree.
No, but the reason I said that, wait, let me finish your point. The reason I said that, I find it odd that everyone is piling on Biden. Like, why aren't you saying more about this thing? I found that a bit odd. If it was just balloons, why wouldn't you just come out and say it's balloons?
Which is what I was saying.
Yes,
just come out and say it was a balloon. Say it was some other flying object that was doing some sort of reconnaissance for another country. But they're just kind of leaving it kind of. And honestly, I'll tell you something else. So remember when Donald Trump was in power? We don't really want to think about it, but remember when he was in power?
Yeah,
and he
my
suddenly
brain
started
hurts
up.
sorry,
I'm sorry. I apologize. But remember, he wanted to start, or he had this whole thing start up, this wing, I guess you could call it, and it was for space defense.
Space Force, yeah.
Space Force. And it actually had like a logo and a flag and all of that. Yeah. And I'm like, no more than to tell this man something, because as the president,
I agree. As
Sharon, the president, I agree. They tell him or her certain things. And of course, there are things that you will not share with the public.
Yes.
Period.
I remember thinking that too. It's just awfully on the nose. It looked like the Star Trek. They don't
tell us anything that will cause us to go into chaos. And when I say us, I mean the international community, period. I'm not talking about St. Kitts and Nevis, because some probably thinking, oh, why would that be affecting us? And when I say us, I mean the international community, the world, globally. And they're not going to tell us that. But I'm like, the fact that he came up with that, I'm like, no more than to tell him something. Yeah. And he felt like we need to prepare.
Yes, and it's very strange. Yesterday, everybody's, Biden needs to come out and send one. I'm like, why is someone being tight-lipped about balloons? About a supposedly octagonal-shaped balloon and a supposed cylindrical balloon, which seems very odd to me.
Octagonal-shaped thing. We're not going to call it a balloon.
Well, I'm just saying, let's say it's a balloon, as Neil deGrasse Tyson. Most of the times, he's right about stuff. But this time, I think sometimes he could be, well, maybe I shouldn't say rational to a fault, but he kind of scoffs at that kind of stuff, like the whole alien stuff. But something seems off about the fact that Biden wouldn't just come out and say, hey,
but why would Biden have to do it? Why not somebody from, I don't know, the press secretary or somebody else? Why not them? And why Biden specifically? Why Biden specifically? To me, it doesn't make sense. I mean, something like that, if something is even shot down, I don't think he has to be the one to actually go out and say anything, unless it is something of grave importance that you have to actually be the person to come out and say, look, okay, we have this situation.
What's interesting, before we go, it's just before 9:30, we have the Tennis Association. What's interesting is that yesterday, Karine, what's her name? Jean-Pierre, the press secretary, everyone kind of broke out chuckling when she said it's not aliens. It was a little light moment, but it's also good that if you notice within the last year, they have kind of removed the crackpot kind of veneer from the whole alien thing, where they've been saying things that are kind of lending any discussion about aliens, lending it legitimacy, which is good, which says to me that there's something there, right?
Something might be there, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So 9:30. Let's get a word from Rams, and we've got a different kind of love coming up.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Night, noon and morning, tasty biscuit, just can't resist it. Tea time, calling night, noon and morning, tasty biscuit, just can't resist it.
You can dunk it, you lick it, you taste it, you spin it, you twist it, you can mix them all together. It don't get any better. You can dunk it, you lick it, you taste it, you spin it, you twist it, you can mix them all together. It don't get any better. Anytime, whatever time, it's tea time. Whatever time, it's tea time. Snack on a delicious tea time biscuit anytime. It's tea time.
And we're back with the St. Kitts Nevis Tennis Association. Watkins Shiverton is in studio, and Shari. Good morning, sir. You need to put your headphones on.
Sorry. Headphones.
9:32. It's Island Tea, and we've got an official from the St. Kitts Nevis Tennis Association. It's Watkins Shiverton. You're the president, right?
That's correct, yes.
The president.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. A different kind of love. What does that entail?
Well, given the fact that, we just literally off the heels of Valentine's, we wanted to come on and talk to you about tennis and the fact of how it's associated with love.
Oh, it's associated with love?
Yes, yes.
And he's gonna point that out and draw that line, because I don't really see it. But go ahead, tell me what I don't know.
Well, essentially, it speaks to the scoring of the game. The game, It originated in the 12th century in France, actually, and had spread over to England. And the game starts with love, or it begins with love. So therefore, in terms of the scoring, both players start with 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
And the French term that they had used at the time was loaf, which speaks to an egg, because the zero symbolizes an egg.
Okay.
And the term loaf became love. Love, as we know it. And therefore, the scoring at the point in time took off. Which added a kind of blend where the association in terms of camaraderie, building relationships, building friendships, places you where you can both start off the game, though on the opposite ends as competitors, where you could start off with a foundational principle of love. So that is the whole essence behind the whole thing. And from since then till now, that has gripped the world and continues to do so, where it provides a nice excitement where you can build. So in terms of the scoring, you start at love, and then you continue 15 love, 30 love, 40 love.
Well, hopefully you score a little, you don't stay at love.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, at least you lose and it gets called love.
Correct. Exactly.
True, but I mean, oh boy, love and lose. Oh, somebody probably just got depressed a little while ago.
No, actually, because the beautiful thing, what we try to promote in the game is that, all are winners, especially for our children players, so that they can understand it's not so much about winning and losing, but it's more about winning and winning. Because even though you lose the game, you are learning in the process. So therefore, that learning experience becomes a win for you that you can build upon for your next time on the court against whether it's the same player or other players who are more advanced than that person you would have played. That allows you to win, where you can transform, make adjustments, come back again stronger, and come back competitive. And the beautiful thing about tennis is that the game is never over until it's over. So you'll be finding that somebody is down 2 sets and match point, and they're able to turn the game around because it employs so many facets of your critical thinking skills, your ability to regain your composure. And once you apply the technical aspects that you have been taught during the practice sessions, your development sessions, chances are that you're going to do well. Because oftentimes in any sport, we start a bit scared and we don't do well because mentally up here we're not doing well. But if you can regain control of your mental faculties, that often translates where your skill ability starts to shine as it should.
9:36. We got the president of the St. Kitts Nevis Tennis Association talking about a different kind of love. I did not know the etymological origin of the whole love and what they call it in tennis. That's a very cool story. Now, tell us a little bit about some of the tennis outreach, grassroots outreach you guys are doing. My son goes to that tennis. What do you call
National
it?
Junior Program.
Yes, right.
Yes.
So my son goes to that 2 days a week. So tell us about what you guys are doing to rebuild interest in tennis.
Wonderful question, and I'm very happy to share. Essentially, the game itself in St. Kitts and Nevis went dormant somewhat, competitively that is, and also in terms of the structure and organization. Because of some of the challenges that they were experiencing. So a good bit of years, there was practically no tennis in St. Kitts and Nevis, minus just the creative aspect and the exercise. So back in 2017, we had a Renaissance initiative to restart the game, make the public aware, and also to restart competitive tennis in St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as reforming the association. And then in 2018, there was a push to let's start with the young. Pretty much the adults have had their time, and we've had quite a number of initiatives invested and geared towards adult tennis. So we launched what we call the JNTL, National Junior Tennis League. And that program sought to target kids from as low as 5 years old to right up to 18 years old as children in school, primary and high school. At the same time, also to open up a chapter of the Junior Tennis Initiative, which is what the ITF, which is the International Tennis Federation, pushes across over 127 countries globally. And we've had some tremendous successes in that it has attracted players in the rural communities, Sadlers, St. Paul's, and we're able to give them a chance to come on out and use all of that energy that they have.
And they have a lot of
exactly. And to channel that to creativity, to developmental abilities, to camaraderie development, friendships, and it has gone well. We have quite a number of coaches who are very happy because they love kids and have invested their time and their resources. And we have seen tremendous success where the numbers have and continue to grow exponentially. So the children have a chance to come out for the 9 and under Monday and Friday for just 1 hour, 4:30 to 5:30. And then the more advanced age and stage of their development in terms of the players come out on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4:30 to 6:30. And then on Saturdays, we have some private sessions and so on. So that is essentially that program, and it has had tremendous success. We were able to, since we started in 2019, minus the COVID pandemic lockdown a bit, we're able to even get them on the regional scene out of that program, competing against their peers. And they have done well. Last year, we had a contingent that went to Barbados initially, 4 players, and they did well, reaching as far as the quarterfinals. And then in August, we had a team went down to St. Lucia to participate in the national junior event, and they also were able to reach pretty far. And then in December, we sent a team of 16 players to Antigua, and they won all but
Wow.
2 events in the 12 and under category,
great.
14 and under category, and the 16 and under category. So kudos to the parents and their wonderful investment and support, and also for the association, our many sponsors. So we're very happy that we can report that our program is doing well and is yielding tremendous results.
And for a parent listening and probably want to get their child into that, to, like you said, run off some of that steam that they have,
Yes.
and get them a little bit more disciplined, because
Correct.
Lord knows it's a lot of discipline when it comes to tennis. How do they get their child involved?
Sure. We have our website and our Facebook page, and therein lies the link for our registration form for the junior program, and they just matter of just filling that out, emailing it back to us, and get the kids enrolled. And we don't discriminate, so therefore anybody is allowed. It doesn't matter where you are. And what we were able to do is to get those children in Sandy Point also enrolled, so they play at Sandy Point and other rural areas. And we're trying to jumpstart the Nevis end as well, so that the ones in Nevis can get a chance to get the kids involved. So it's simple as that. Just simply get online, fill out the form, submit it, and then you can just send your child, and they can come and have a great time.
Okay. Jam, still, what we could do, if we could take a break right now, and then we will come back and wrap up this segment.
Good.
All right.
Found the sound 98.9
Buster! We run things are on we. Buster! Buster! Living color, do it differently. Buster! Buster! Large and in charge, like for the party. Buster! Buster! We set the pace, then everybody follow it.
7 flavors, best taste. Buster, bolder, better, better. Pick your color.
We set the pace, then everybody follow it.
Buster, live in full color.
Buster!
Given the Black History.
It's 9:43, and we're back with Watkins Shiverton St. Kitts Nevis Tennis Association head honcho. Yes, and I need to apologize to our listeners. We're having some issues with the phone. I think they might be resolved now, but this usually happens when we have power outages in the area. So that giveaway we were trying to do earlier, that was the reason why the phone lines were not working. So just letting the listeners know. We got you. You will be able to, you will get an opportunity to win that free bottle of wine. Watkins, don't try it.
Well, he's right here, so.
Well, you have to maintain athletic ability, so we often ask it to.
Okay.
Well.
Okay, so
you said there was another point that you wanted to make. The players?
Yeah, because essentially, as we know, this is Black History Month, and we really wanted to shout out and just celebrate the achievements of so many black tennis players that have done well. Locally, for example, I mean, we have had quite a number of players that have gone off to college, participate on the World Tour, at least in the amateur section. Kirsten Cable in particular. Coswell Williams, one of our female players, have done well. Leslie has gone off, Leslie Bardwell.
Yeah.
So we've had some, celebrated talents that have gone and excelled out there. And just tennis in general, because essentially the glass ceiling before it was broken was where you saw that it was more dominated by European players. And then you had the onset of so many players such as Arthur Ashe. And he opened the way, doing excellent as a top black player for many, many years. In fact, the first black player to win Grand Slams and maintain the number one status.
In fact, I think that stadium, the stadium in Flushing.
That's correct. That's correct.
Stadium,
Arthur Ashe Stadium. A lot of folks don't know that, but it's for a black player who did well. And then don't even talk about the Williams sisters
We
and what they were able to do.
We know.
And they continue to be an inspiration for so many of our players. It is my dream, honestly, to one of our avenues of our strategic plans to have a national tennis stadium, and it's my dream to get Serena Williams to come down here and play
That
an
would
exhibition
be
match, so that our players can see her and see her talent. Tiafo is a current talent as well, up and coming. Coco Gauff, so young.
I really have high hopes for her, honestly. Her. I really have.
Shannon, what's her name? Shannon Saunders.
Yeah, and Shanda Rubin is another player. Sloane Stevenson is doing well.
Sloane,
yeah. So we have a lot,
and of course the Haitian Japanese. What's her name again?
Osaka.
Osaka.
Yeah.
Naomi.
But she's pregnant right now.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah. She's had some challenges, but I think that she's gonna bounce back well. And because the beautiful thing again is it's a mental game, and I think her areas of weakness is having to deal with the mental challenges. Because I was in a program just recently with the Canadians through the Pan Am Sports, and one of the areas that we often as athletes don't focus on is the psychological part of the game. We mostly focus on the technical aspect and the tactical aspect, but little attention is paid to the psychological aspect, and I think that is part of our training that they need to develop, so they should get that mental toughness to be able to face persons, which is a challenge, and face our opponents. And I think given the right mix of these things, that she'll be able to bounce back and do well.
I think in her case too. I mean, she's pretty young. I mean, she started. Was it 70 years? Was it?
Yep.
70? So she's pretty young. So we could cut her some slack.
Yeah.
I remember.
If you look at the trend right now, and those players who are winning the Grand Slams are the young players, because the junior program, which I spoke of, where the ITF has a very strong World Junior Tour, those players excel in it. And after they've excelled at 15, 16, they turn pro. And because, this gives you so much exposure globally, because tennis is one sport that does not stop. It's not a seasonal sport. It's played every day, every week somewhere. So they're out there doing well. And when they meet the professional players, man, they've already, it's like second nature to them, winning and excelling and doing well against the pressures. And therefore, if you look at between the last 8 to 12 Grand Slams, the winners have been 18, 19, 20. You see? So the young is knocking on the door and going ahead, especially on the women tour. Yeah, it's great. But I'm happy to report that our aim is to get our young players out there, getting them. The logo is, it's our time now. That's what the logo says for the kids. It's our time now, and it's time that we as a nation see that they are the vehicle through which we can get back on the world scale again, get back get St. Kitts' name out there, and even hosting events and supporting them, investing in them, whether as individuals or corporate citizens or parents, that they get a chance. Because again, as that expression is, every child deserves to get a chance to be the champion, become the champion that they deserve to be. So we're pushing that strongly.
Two questions. How can, the first question, how can let's say families, the families of the kids and the tennis lovers and the corporate sector, how can they, if they wanted to help out the Tennis Association raise awareness of tennis, how can they help? And at the end, you can also give us, the second question, basically give us the numbers and so on that we can call for person that might want to sign up for tennis. You have adult.
Sure.
Do you have adult programs as well?
Yes, I'll touch on that just now. Well, firstly, to answer your first question, is establishing strategic partnerships. We believe in being strategic and purposeful, intentional. Right now, nobody wants to just do things in a vacuum, but it's aiming towards a target and establishing strategic partnership with the association, where for a company, you can say, okay, I'm going to be the water sponsor. I'm going to be the one to provide things as ice. Something as simple as that is costly. And I can be the bank sponsor. I can be the one that provides your accounts or give your mobile activities and things like that. So these are areas.
Or even Wi-Fi.
Exactly. That's when I say mobile. Exactly. So and you would be surprised. Again, you get your name on the wall, And we promote you in every dimension, in every area that you can. And you'll be able to reach the world that you would not have been able to pay for. You get that free marketing. So that's one of the areas that they can come on board to support and to be a part. And that helps the kids to get out there. Even in terms of airfare, and that's a challenge right now. Not the airfare itself, but just to get to one location to the next. It's difficult in the Caribbean. When we were taking them to Antigua, would you believe we had to use charters? Yes.
Wow.
Because to get to Antigua is very difficult.
Oh,
I mean, it's just a swim away. But to take our players is challenging because there's not a regular flight going there. But these are things that we can do. Your second question was contacts.
Yeah, so persons who want to sign up for.
Yeah, correct. So
tennis.
we have, as I said, tennisskn.org is our website. Tennisskn.org is a website that you can go to. And our Facebook page is St. Kitts Nevis Tennis Association. And we also have Instagram, Tennis SKN at Instagram as well, where you can see what's happening. You can get a glance of the progress of our kids and what they've been doing.
And that kids program is Mondays and Fridays, right? It's co-ed?
For the young ones.
Both male and female?
For 9 and under. Yeah, that's correct. It's co-ed. 9 and under, it's Mondays and Fridays, and 10 and over, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. I was kind of shocked that my son, I was pleasantly shocked on Friday. He had his walkathon, right?
Yeah.
And no, was it Friday or Monday? And he still went to tennis. So
Correct.
when he came home, I was like, but you just went to the walkathon and you still went to tennis?
He's building endurance.
That's good.
So my wife
and they're
said,
so resilient.
Because my wife, that was her initial thing, was like, maybe he did. She said, no, he wanted to go. So I said,
That's
okay.
good.
And then he came home and put on the tennis channel. I'm serious.
I love that.
I was telling Sharon
I love
about that before. He after he came home, he put on the tennis channel. So I was like, I didn't even know we had the tennis channel. Yeah, so
there you go. He's already resourceful.
I know.
He's already resilient, and he is absorbing what he's been fed, and that's a good that's a good result right there.
That's good. So you guys are doing something right. Okay, so tennis. Let me see if I remember. skntennis.org?
Tennisskn.org. I would put it on your. I could send information.
Yes,
you
please.
can
Yes,
send those links.
Definitely share.
Yes, do that.
So you can have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking with us this morning. Of course, if you feel the need to come back, feel free to reach out, and we're
We're always happy
on
to
the
be here.
spotlight.
Okay.
Yeah, we're happy to be. We appreciate the effort that WINNFM does.
Yes.
And the ability that it allows us to have a voice. So thank you so much for that.
Watkins Shiverton, the president of the St. Kitts Nevis Tennis Association. A different kind of love indeed. You lose and you still win because you lose and it's called love. I mean, what's not to love?
Exactly.
Okay, 7 minutes until 10 o'clock. Don't forget, I'll be joining you guys for Voices at 11 o'clock. Let's take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll take a shot at giving away that bottle of wine. But Shiverton, you have to leave. You're not getting the wine. Leave.
Correct. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Sexy cat. Right. We out here. It's Young Boss.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Hey, 6 minutes until 10 o'clock, and we're gonna try, Shari. We're gonna try that giveaway once again, won't we? I think we got the phone thing figured out, so let's give them the question once again. It's Singles Awareness Day. It's the day after Valentine. It's actually a thing. We're not making this up. I kid a lot, but no, we're not making this up. It's actually a thing.
So the lyrics, I'm going to read the lyrics to the song. You tell me who did it and what is the name of the song. I'll do it again. Up in the club, just broke up. I'm doing my own little thing. I sound so, anyway, I sound very, depressed. Decided to dip, but now you're going to trip because another brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Cried my tears for 3 good years. You can't be mad at me.
Okay, and the phone is like a Christmas tree, so that's probably a good chance it's working.
Please
again.
answer.
Caller, go right ahead. Or not. Caller, hello. Okay, so I did have 2 calls simultaneously. But one hung up.
Yeah, well.
So give us a call. We have a bottle of wine to give away. It's our way to say thank you for supporting us for Love Week and also to big up our sponsors. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, go right ahead. Give it a shot. You can win yourself a free bottle of wine. Hello. Okay. Yeah, seems like.
So then I guess we're gonna have to try and give it away some other way.
Yeah.
Honestly,
we can do that tomorrow, probably. I guess.
Oh, you want to do it tomorrow?
And then we have two. Wow, and the phones are. It's making like a Christmas tree. Let's try again. Okay, caller, give it a shot. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey. Yes. Success.
Yeah, I'm a single lady.
Yes.
Wow.
Congratulations. You want to give your name on the air?
No thanks.
Off here. All right. Okay.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Congratulations. Hold on. Sharon's gonna chat to you guys, and I'm gonna take his number. So.
I'm gonna wrap things up. All right. Thanks for calling in. All right. So Jams is gonna take care of that. Congratulations to that particular caller. Like I said, we just wanted to give something back to our many listeners here at WIN FM. And we do know that we have people who are quite vocal and you hear them all the time. And we have persons who choose to, just kind of sit back and listen to what's being said and then formulate their own opinions. And sometimes if they see one of us on the road, they'll say, you know what, I think boom, boom, boom. And then you're like, maybe you should call in with your suggestions. And we just want to encourage you. You don't have to do it all the time. But if you feel the need to express yourself and get your point across, we encourage you to call in because sometimes we complain and say, well, only one set of people are calling and say anything. Well, we're waiting on you too. So you can also give us a call and make your input. You could do it the one time. No problem. Because sometimes people feel, well, just because I call in once, I have to call in again. No, you don't. Say your piece the one time and then leave it at that. If you feel so inclined to do it again, then great. But be involved in the conversation. Make your voice heard. Even if you think, well, I'm a little radio shy and I don't want anybody to recognize my voice and hear what I have to say.
I'm going to kid the caller a little bit. I'm going to kid him a little bit. He can take a joke. But he didn't want to give his name. Does that mean he's single? He doesn't want anyone to know he's single?
Oh, Lord.
It being singles away. I'm just playing. I don't know.
Leave it to you to go down that road, eh? Jeez, man. Jesus.
2 minutes until 10 o'clock. Don't forget, I'm going to be joining you guys for Voices at 11 o'clock. We're going to have a drama-filled Voices, most likely. We're going to hear from Miss Cleone Stapleton Simmons. Cleone Stapleton Simmons.
Oh, no.
27 minutes of letting us know why she resigned.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we'll hear from Devon as well, Devon Cornelius. He's covering the case. Like we were telling you guys earlier, the judge ruled that the election petition case could be held in open court. So Devon is on location in Charlestown, and if we're lucky, we'll hear from him. We'll definitely.
If everything
hear
wraps
from
up
him.
in time, and he's able to, give us the information. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't wrap up on time, then hey, you just have to stay tuned to WINNMedia Family and listen to the 6 p.m. news. How about that?
There you
How
go.
about that?
There you go.
Right. And I mentioned as well tomorrow, Mr. Stevenson Manners, who is a journalist and author of The Father and Son The Father, Son and Offsprings. An enchanting story of Nevis cricket from 1945 to 2023 will be on the air tomorrow on Island Tea as a guest. And he'll be talking about his book and, you know, what he put in his book for sort of cricket
Mr.
lovers.
Willett, yes.
Cricket lovers, stay tuned for that. And if you feel so inclined, you can also support him by actually buying a copy of that book.
There you go.
And you can hear all about that tomorrow morning.
I know Sharon is buying a book. She actually told me that earlier, that she's buying one of the books. Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Okay, it's 10 o'clock. We're going to shut it down
Yep.
for Island Tea.
Join us tomorrow.
Yes, and join me at 11 for Voices. I'll be sitting in for Devon Cornelius. Have a great day. Singles Awareness Day. Don't let it get you down.
Being single is good.
I wouldn't know.
So upsetting.
Okay. Bye, folks.
Bye.